Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Comic Collector once again. Today we are continuing to work on the list for my personal collection. Um Yesterday we got done with 1962. Yeah, sort of. Um Today we're dealing with the overflow because we're starting the next stack of boxes. Um and what I do is I put the instead of filing every comic as it comes in, I stack them up, let them build up until it's worth doing something. But I let some of the piles grow quite a bit recently because I knew I was going to be doing this series. So this is my normal size overflow box with a few more. So these books could be anywhere from 1962 to 1970. And we're going to see what's in there in just a bit.
Tuesday born of ink and thrill. Pages turn, the rush is real. Heroes, villains clash and break. Ink on paper, dreams awake. Cheap collector got the stash. Dollar bins, the hidden cash. Gold and silver, bronze, they gleam. Panel portals, endless dreams. Comic Book Tuesday flying high. Cheaper thrills you can't deny. Collectors' hearts, oh how they soar. Comic Tuesday, we want more.
All right. So as I said, we're going to go through these books. Could be anywhere from 1962 to 1970. We're going to make sure they're all bagged and boarded, get the numbers on there so that they can be assimilated into the boxes. And then we'll start again with 1963 in a couple days after we get through this stack, because this stack is definitely more than one show. um, Definitely going to have to split these into two shows, I think. So, unless you guys want to sit here for 2 hours. And so we are going to break those down into two shows. I got my bags and my boards ready to go. I got to pull up the Grand Comics database and my list, and I got to switch over to the other camera. So bear with me. I'll be back in a moment. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. All right, we are back. Let me just put this down. Get them out of the way. And I have already checked all of these for if they're complete or not. They wouldn't be in this pile if they were not complete. Although this one is in sad shape. It has a loose centerfold, which made these inner pages get mangled a little bit on the edges. And I may end up just trimming those. Hate to do that, but they're fitting in there pretty good. So I guess we're okay. Anyway, we got Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 84 from 1965. So let me check my list here. And we do not yet have any Superman pals in the list. And that is, of course, from DC Comics. Grand Comics database says started in 1954 and went to 1974. And it had 163 issues. And then it became Superman Family, which I know some of us wonder, because we forget, if it's Jimmy Olsen or Lois Lane that became Superman Family. And it says here it is Jimmy Olsen. So, got to get that in a bag and board. Having trouble getting the boards out of the bag there. There we go. And yeah, this one could use a little bit of a spine adjustment, but it was in such bad shape, and the comic's actually loose and barely hanging on that it. I'm not going to risk it. Although there are some creases in there that I'd like to get out too, but it'll have to do. It'll have to do. Oh, I got to take it back out anyway because I forgot what year it was. 1960 something. Nineteen 1965. Number 84. Cool cover with the monsters, even if they're just movie monsters. And I thought these were Silver Age boards, but they do not appear to be Silver Age boards. Let me check. Yeah, it says Silver Age backer boards, so maybe it's just the fact that the comic has got a rolled spine. But this is supposed to be Silver Age bags. Oh no, these were Golden Age bags. Yeah. Okay, so I got the wrong size bags. That's the problem. That one might not have fit in a Silver Age bag anyway. So, and I don't know where my Silver Age bags are, so we're gonna go with this. And here's one I already had. Did I have this? But I didn't list this one. This is 1963. Put the number on there, but it had some incomplete pages that I had to print out, and that's why it got listed as it did. So that's number 71. And here's a cool one. If you've been watching my channel, you saw this not too long ago. This is The Shadow from Archie Comics, 1964. Now, this isn't the Shadow like the Shadow knows Shadow, like the Pulp Hero Shadow. This is just a different character with the same name. But for some reason, they didn't seem to use this character when they kept coming back to like the Mighty Crusaders and such. At least I'm not familiar with them doing that. They may have, and they just used him as a supporting character or something, but I'm not aware of it. If you know, let me know in the comments, please. I'm desperate for comments. Did get out of the house today. Had to go to the bank and also do a little grocery shopping at Aldi's because there's stuff that I get there that I don't get at Walmart. I have Walmart deliver, but Aldi's doesn't take that long. Walmart ends up being like a too long of a trip, even though it's not that far away. And boy, is there a lot of titles with shadow in the name. Having a little trouble finding this one. There we go, Archie Comics. It's 1964 to 1965. It had 8 issues. And this is number 2. Only seven more to go. Gonna try to put these in order by year as I go, so I don't have to do it again later. Next up, we have a Harvey Hits, number 122. And that actually was the last issue of that series in 1967. In case you guys wonder what I'm doing with the ruler, I just use it to tuck the flaps in on the new bags because they don't want to usually stay in there at first. You gotta give them a little help to get them going the way you want them to go. 1967 and the last issue. All right, next up, Beauty. But that's because I printed out my own cover. It was a coverless copy. Thank you, Crazy Hungarian, for sending this one to me. This is Tales to Astonish, number 54. And gotta look that one up as well. And of course, it was published by Marvel Comics. And it started in 1959 and went to 1968 before it turned into The Incredible Hulk. Started with an issue number 1 and went to number 101. And this was 1964. G.I. Junior's last, and this one goes between Shadow and Superman's pal. This one also came from Crazy Hungarian. Thank you, Joe. It is, of course, the Avengers, number 60. And first volume of the Avengers started in 1963, and that numbering continued until 1996. Went from number 1 to number 402. Alright, I think I'm going to want to find the correct size bags. Unfortunately, they're kind of buried in with many miscellaneous bags, but I think I can find a bunch of them without too much difficulty. This was 1969. So I'm going to put the magnifying glass here so that I can see in the video which part of the video I need to cut out, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I found some, and I think most of these are previously used bags, where I took comics out of the bags during sales and things to put them in new ones. So I don't mind using older ones as long as they're in decent shape. So hopefully these will fit the Silver Age books, and these are not mostly modern bags. But I think we're good on these. And I did not look at the year. Put it in there to see if it would fit. Forgot to look at the year. This is Thunder Agents, number 11, from Tower Comics. I sold a different issue in this series not too long ago, just a couple of weeks ago, in one of the members only sales. So if you're interested in buying these kind of books, you might want to consider becoming a member of the channel. We call them the Super Friends. It costs $2.99 a month, but you can cancel at any time. And as the best perk is that you get first dibs on any of the books that I have coming in after me, of course. There are certain ones that I will keep. All right, Thunder Agents. Here we go. Sorry, it takes a little while to do that because you got to put a period after each letter when you do the search for these. Went from 1965 to 1969. And it's actually a longer series than I thought it would be. Had 20 issues, 1 to 20. Definitely a fan favorite. And also they're all thick books, right? They're not standard size. As far as I know, they're all thick books. Good stuff. Oh, don't forget to look at the year on this one. Have to get used to get a pattern down here. Know what I'm doing. (1967) this one is. Finally got this one done. All right, next up we have an Archie. This one's also from 1967, and I see a couple pages in there. Quite a few pages I had to print out for this one. It was missing 2 centerfolds. Unfortunately, the scan I was working with had whitened up the pages, so it doesn't match the coloring of the book at this age. I like it when the patina matches, but sometimes you got to go with what you got. So this is 1967 and 174. And then we have Space Family Robinson, Lost in Space. So number 28, 12 center. All right, so originally this series was just called Space Family Robinson, and with issue number 15 it became Space Family Robinson, Lost in Space. So This is actually kind of the first issue with this title, I guess you'd say. And published by Gold Key with the new title. It started in 1966, went to 1973. And consisted of numbers 15 to 37. And I don't know why I said this was the first one. That's not right. Got confused on my numbering. This is number 28. And then it became Space Family Robinson Lost in Space on Space Station 1. All right. And here we have Modeling with Millie, number 21 from 1963. This is also a coverless book. I think I got this one from Joe as well. And I made my own cover. And this is a movie classic, I think. Oh, not a 4-color. Is loose on the center on the cover. So this is just Countdown, but it does say movie classic on the cover, and since I'm a movie guy, or not a movie guy, a series oriented person, I'm going to put it under Movie Classic Countdown. And looking for a year, 1967. And what I'm going to do on the sticker is just like I put FC on the 4-colors to remind me that they're 4-colors, I'm going to put MC to remind me that it's a movie classic. And this is one I definitely got from Joe, which was also a coverless. The Atom number 23. And it is from 1966. And I think, I'm not, can't swear to it, but I think that's the only issue of the Atom that I have. I think I might have an Atom and Hawkman. And Atom went from 1962 to 1968 before it became Atom and Hawkman. And it had 38 issues. And this is a good way from BF Goodrich about how important it is to have good tires, probably. It's a giveaway called Tommy Gets the Keys. Somebody scribbled in the O, so it's a little hard to read that. But apparently there were um, several editions of this. It was originally published in 1954, and there's a 1962 edition and a 1965 edition, and 1959 and 1960, according to this. But they've only got 3 with cover scans, and I had determined that this was the 1962 edition. I think just judging by the cover, because the covers were different. Yeah. So 1965 is an entirely different cover. And 1954, the coloring is different on the cover. So it's possible that one of those two that they don't have covers of, that this is one of those as well. But as far as I can tell, this is the 1962 edition. And this one is a facsimile. It's 1968. Betty and Me, number 16. Bought that one from Matt, I believe. Heroes for Hire Comic Club. All right. Betty and Me went for 200 issues, 1965 to 1992. And since we now know that this was also that Archie does the facsimile series as a listing, as a numbered series. We are going to look that up as well. This one was from 1968. And this is Archie facsimile number 1. This was the first Archie facsimile. Nice. All right, coming up next. This should be in my incomplete pile because it doesn't have the back cover and it needs some help on the front. So I'm going to relocate that to my incomplete file for now. Next is Flash Gordon, number 1. Yeah. Sweet. 1966. First of the Flash Gordon King series. Uh, 1966 to 1967, they only had 11 issues. And it won awards. Hall of Fame Award 1966 and Best Coloring Award 1966. Series continued with Charlton and the same numbering. There are two different versions of number one. Some have a printed ribbon diagonally across the upper right corner marked complimentary that were military giveaways. This one says brand new, so that is not this one. Got a map on the back of the Mongo. All right. Number one, 1966. Next up, we got good old Uncle Scrooge. This is number 82 from 1969. Got a Karl Barks adventure story in there. Not one of his better ones, but any Karl Barks is better than pretty much any other dark artist. Tis true, tis true. Let's see, 82, and I forgot what year it was. 1969. I guess I should not put it in the bag until the very last. Victor Heathcote, the Minute and a Half Man. Would imagine there weren't very many issues of this. Looks like it was a one shot. (1964) this is from. Not familiar with this. Pretty much assuming it was a cartoon. Yeah, it was Terry Tunes. Okay. And cover and art by Fred Fredericks. Now, if you were a parent, would you, and your last name was Fredericks, would you really name your kid Fred? Poor guy growing up. It's like, your name's Fred Fred. Hey Fred Fred. Got a Christmas cover on Archie and Me. And we do not have Archie and Me listed yet. And that ran from 1964 to 1987. And had 161 issues. This is number 26, so pretty early. It is 1969, I think. Yep. Looks like Mr. Weatherby's going to get stuck playing Santa Claus. Next up, somebody got carried away with their pen again. Is The Man from Uncle. And this actually went pretty far for a short-lived TV series. Says it had 22 issues. And went from 1965 to 1969. And we'll see what issue number this is. Number 8 from 1966. The back cover there too. I scribbled on that as well. I used to like draw mustaches and stuff on magazines, but I don't think I ever did a comic book. I don't think I ever defaced a comic book by writing on it. This is not going to fit in that bag. I might have to go to a Golden Age size bag. Of course, it's possible that this is not a Silver Age bag. I'll just go to use a Golden Age one on this one. Here's an oldie but a goodie 10 center Sparkle Comics from 1953. This is in the wrong pile. This should have been in the Golden Age stuff. But my eyesight not as good as it used to be, and I read it wrong. Sparkler Comics. Published Sparkler Comics. United Features. And they had 120 issues, 1941 to 1954. And it looked like there was a couple, maybe one-shots before that had as well. This is number 30. Nice. All right, so we need a Golden Age bag for this one. Oh, I'm going to try and get that flat turned the right way there without it falling off, hopefully. All right, going to put that off to the side since it needs to be located into one of the older boxes. But yeah, thrilled to have that in there. Oh, and this thing does not want to go in there straight. Gotta fold over down here too. Come on. That's a good little girl. Go on. I should maybe laminate that one eventually. All right, DC Comics, Our Army at War. Let's see, 1952 to 1977. And this was 134. And of course, this is the series that turned into Sergeant Rock with number 302. This one is 1963. Oh, I need a new sticker sheet. Light fell over again. And when they sent me the sticker sheets, they sent them in these fancy schmancy folders. Got them off Amazon. And got a little bit of a fold over right there too that's getting crushed in a couple of different positions. Another Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. Definitely a Neil Adams cover, I believe. And this one really needs a good fix on the spine. So for now, I think I'm going to put that to the side so I can put it in the press. This one looks pretty good anyway, but definitely needs the spine realigned. So I think I can do that one without screwing it up. So we're going to do that one later. Sugar and Spike. What's not to like? This one's in 1967, number 74. Not coming up. Used an ampersand. Gotcha. 1956 to 1971. Excuse me. Got cold again. At 98 issues, number 1 to 98. This is number 74. This is the December 1967, January 1968 issue. So we're going to mark it 1967. And let me check my time and see where I'm at because I am honestly getting pretty worn out here. Yeah, I think we're about at an hour, so this might actually take 3 or more episodes to get through this box. It's slow going as it is. So, yeah, we're going to stop it there. Once I cut out the stuff that I got to cut out, it probably won't be quite an hour, but I definitely don't want it to go longer than an hour an episode if I can help it. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Please take the time to leave a comment, hit the like button, and I will see you tomorrow or to do it again.
like a midnight train. Thank you, super friends, you keep me sane. Oh, thank you, super friends. You've got my back through the twists and bends, in a world that spins and never ends. Thank you, super friends. The drummer kicks with a thunderous beat. We march together, no retreat. The bass walks steady, the piano plays. You light my nights and brighten my days. Through storms and sun, through highs and lows, you're the rhythm that my heartbeat knows. We're a symphony, a jazzy blend. Forever grateful, my super friends. Oh, thank you, super friends. You got my back through the twists and bends, in a world that spins and never ends. Thank you, super friends. The band plays on, the spotlight gleams. We're chasing dreams, we're building schemes. So here's my love, it never ends. Thank you, super friends. The trumpets shout and the trombone glide. I found my crew on this crazy ride. Turns his wounds wail like a midnight train. Thank you, super friends, you keep me sane. Oh,